day, Nigerians are losing millions of naira because they skip this legal step, or your competitor just stole your business idea and that competitor is using it to make profit, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, I'm sure you must have been hearing about intellectual property, copyright, patent, trademarks, and the likes like that. But, however, you don't have a proper understanding of it. So, today I'm going to explain it to you in simple English, no legal jargon, no big grammar. At the end of this video, you will properly understand, what trademark is, patent, copyright, and everything that has to do with intellectual property. So you want to watch this video till the end. Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about intellectual property. So before we dive deeper into the meat of intellectual property, you want to understand that there are two types of assets, and those assets are tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets is referred to assets that you can see, you can feel, you can touch, like land, like expensive jewelry, gold, diamond, like even handbags can be assets because, right, they're expensive. Another thing that it's a physical asset can be heavy equipment or machinery, right? Those are what we call tangible assets. So the one we are focusing on today is intangible assets. Intangible assets are called intellectual property, something that comes from your mind, your idea, your thoughts, your writing. Those that include research, something that a professor writes, his research is his asset. You can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't touch it, but yet you can, that it is an asset. Things like design, somebody's creation, artwork, books, and the likes of that. So that is what we are focusing on today, which is what we call intangible assets as intellectual property. Basically, there are four main types of intellectual property in Nigeria, and that is what we're going to be talking about. So the first one we are talking about, or I'm just going to list it. I think it's better that way. Let me just list it. So there is patent, there's copyright, there's trademark, and then there is design. So we're going to be starting with the first one, and the first one is patent. Now, patent is the legal right that gives you exclusive ownership over an invention. So this means that no one else can use, sell, or commercialize your invention without your permission. For you can have a patent for up to a period of 20 years. So when you register a patent, that means when you register your invention, let's say you make a machinery that is used for farm work, or you make something that is used that you create a way or a system of doing things by yourself, and you go and patent it. That from you can use that invention to make money. So patent protects new inventions, not old inventions, right? It protects new inventions, what they do and how they do it. So it's made up about, the owner's right to prevent others from using his own invention. So that invention, once you patent your invention, that means nobody can import it, nobody can export it, nobody can use it commercially without your express, you created something new, like a machine, or you created a medicine, or you created a process, you can go and apply for a patent to protect your idea, because once it is approved, only you decide who makes use of it and how it can be used. You can also decide how it can be used. Also, it's a way of saying I made this thing and only I has the exclusive right to use it. Now, the second on our list, trademark, and the trademark is the one that is really very popular. It's the most popular. I'm sure you've been hearing about it. So trademark basically involves sign, it involves logo, catchphrase, or a word or a sentence. It can even be a sentence that identifies or distinguishes a brand. Let me give you an example. An example is Adidas, example is Nike, example is LV, Louis Vuitton. When you see their mark, or when you see that good sign, you can already tell that this thing is from Nike, right? Another example is design. These lines, when you see these lines on Adidas tracksuit, you can immediately tell. Even on their sneakers, you see those two lines, you can tell, this is Adidas. Even in the Hermes bags, there's a way they design it. They have their own particular design. So when you see it, oh, definitely this is an Hermes bag because of the way that it is designed. Also now, it has been popular, the dresses, that Vicky James does. That when you see that silhouette, you see the corset, you can immediately tell, oh, this could be a Vicky James dress. So it distinguishes your own brand. Some company uses it like, when they have a symbol, that symbol, they can go and trademark it. What it means that once you trademark the symbol, or once you trademark that catchphrase, and if you let's say for example also streams of joy, where they say what God cannot do does not exist, right? If they trademark that word, it means that nobody else can use it. They have the exclusive right to use that phrase commercially. You can say it, but you are not allowed to use it commercially. You cannot sell it, you cannot use it for business. You already know that this is a particular design, so only them have the exclusive right. So if you start a company or you're doing business and you trademark your company logo, nobody else is allowed to use that logo except you once it is registered. Now, the third one is copyright. Now, copyright is a set of exclusive rights granted to an author or a creator of a work. So this one involves, creatives that you own what you create. That's if you write a song, you paint a picture, you design, a logo, or let's say even a photograph, something as little as photograph. Your own photograph can be, your own copyright. If you say, I want to copyright this particular photograph, nobody can be using it for advert. You can't put it on a billboard because I've copyrighted it. You need my permission. You need my express permission. Examples of copyright is a novel, like a book that you write is your own copyright. A YouTube video that you created, this YouTube video I'm creating now, I can decide to go and copyright it. That's why sometimes when you use some music on YouTube, you can see in your YouTube studio that it's going to say copyright, because you didn't mention the owner, or even if you didn't mention, you didn't take permission and show, that you have the consent of the creator of the sound or the song that you're using for your YouTube video. So definitely you're going to see a copyright sign. So another example is a logo or design, or an artwork like a painting. Paintings are very expensive nowadays. Like I was watching something on TV, and I saw that an artwork, they put a banana on the wall and then they plastered it and they sold it for $6.2 million. Yes, I saw it. So if you go and try and say you want to do the same thing, somebody has already done it. If that person copyrights it, then definitely only that person has the exclusive right to sell it. Another example is also a software code or a mobile app, or even little things as choreography. I don't consider choreography little. I'm sorry about that, but like if you have a particular dance move or a particular step that you have created and it is now trending, if you go and copyright it, nobody else can use it commercially without your permission. Okay. Let's say also textbooks also, can be copyrighted. Now, a copyright does not protect the idea like patent. Patent protects your invention, your initial new invention, but copyright doesn't protect the idea. Copyright protects the expression of the idea. So how do you express, your ideas? It's through writing, it's through painting, it's through designing something. So that is what copyright the is. Last one on our list is design. So a design protects like the look of something, the shape of something, let's say the color, of something, anything that makes your product, attractive, that singles you out. Let's say for example, Coca-Cola has, their own unique bottle. There's a way that it is cut, or there's a way that it is shaped, or you do a product or a cosmetic product, you have the way, they always design the bottles, or even perfume. There's a way they design different bottles. When you see it, oh, this is this perfume, or that is that perfume. That is what we mean by, design. It protects the look of something you create. So is how it looks that it protects. So this could be the shape, the pattern, the decoration, the lines, or even the color. You know how we talked about, okay, let's say for example, Christian Louboutin shoes. They are the ones that started, the red bottoms. So when you see a red bottom shoe, you already know that yes, that's Christian Louboutin shoes. That is a design. The color is red, and it's also, on shoes. So that's a very great example of design. Let's say you make a new shoe or a particular design that is only unique to you, that singles out your brand. Then you go and register that design. Nobody else has that right. You are the only one who has the exclusive right, to design that, have that design. So they need your permission and authorization. So if anybody uses it without your permission, then that person, is liable to damages or also injunction. That means you can actually sue the person and get, a lot of money from that person. So don't wait until someone steals your idea or someone steals your invention before you know you're supposed to do the right thing. Some people even already start business or already going, making a brand or a name for themselves, and they go and decide that okay, they want to trademark it or they want to patent it, and they've seen that somebody has already trademarked or patented it. What will happen is that it's going to cause a lot of setback. In some cases, some people even have to go and buy it from those people or go and be begging from those other people. So don't wait for somebody to go and be reaping from your sweat or your hard labor. If this video was helpful, let me know in the comment section which particular one applies to you or it applies to your business. Thank you guys for watching. Until I see you guys in my next video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and put on your notification bell so each time I post a video you get notified.